Everything we know about it says that if Shakita had not complained about the harassment she suffered, the mistreatment, and the racism, she'd still be working there. But because she complained about it and stood up, or tried to stand up within the store to what they were doing, they fired her. I'm Barry Bennett. I'm one of the lawyers for the Workers' Organizing Committee of Chicago that's here supporting Shakita. Shakita filed a charge with the EEOC on Friday challenging the racial harassment, the sexual harassment, and the unlawful retaliation by Jason's Deli. We're hoping between that and what's happening here that we can get some justice for Shakita.
I said that I'm 20 years old and I got my whole life ahead of me. Like, I can find like so many jobs. But the way that they went about doing this, how they fired me and all the stuff that was happening to me, I couldn't live for myself without speaking up.
It is truly an inspiration that Shakita Moore is standing up, not only for herself, but she is definitely a voice of all women who feel unsafe in the workplace. She echoes these concerns, and she had the courage to stand up for it. As a woman of color, as an African-American woman, most certainly sexual harassment, racial harassment, and physical threats should not be made in the workplace toward anyone, whether you're a person of color or not a person of color. Everyone who works for a living should feel safe in the place that they work.
Shakita worked for Jason's Deli. She was subjected to racial harassment and sexual harassment. She complained about it, and from everything we've seen, the result of her complaining wasn't the store doing anything about the problem, but firing her as their idea of how to get rid of the problem.
Well, first it started with me telling a manager that an employee was saying like sexual things to me, and he replied back, instead of like handling it with protocol going through the HR, he started saying racial things to me, saying that what you telling me for, I'm scared of black people. And after that, the manager started saying he'll punch me in my face a couple days later. He said it like 3 times. And then I was under so much pressure, like with working, because my own personal issues I'm going through, I couldn't take it no more. So I sat the general manager and the manager down. And the general manager was nowhere to be around when me and the manager had a conversation about the employee. And the general manager started attacking me, saying, "You never talk to the manager about the employee," and stuff like that. And it took me to call a witness that was actually sitting with me at the time to say the same exact thing that I said, for him to stop like yelling at me about what I said about his manager. I came in the next day so I could file a letter with HR, and the general manager put me in the office. He was like, "No, you ain't got to file a letter with HR because you wasn't gonna see that manager for 45 hours, so you ain't got to talk to, you ain't got to file a letter no more." So I'm like, okay, but I really don't trust it because y'all might try to fire me or something. And he started yelling at me again. "Shakita, I would never do nothing like that to you." For me to avoid a conversation, I just left the office. So later on that day, he just kept putting me under pressure, and I was trying to help out the team like I always do. He started yelling at me, saying, "Only one person speaking, I'm the only person speaking." So I pulled the manager to the side like, "Hey, why y'all treating me like that? Like, y'all not treating me like a team player." And I told you that's why I wanted to file a complaint, because I knew y'all was gonna do this. And the manager started yelling at me. So I was finna say my word, and he just walked out. So I mumbled to myself, "Man, I'm tired of this." And I said something, but I was mumbling to myself. I didn't think nobody was around. He came back around the corner. "Shakita, I heard that it's insubordination. You need to go home." I was like, "No, I didn't know nobody was right there. I was talking to myself with everything that's going on." He was like, "So you need to go home before I call the police." And that's how I got fired. Then the HR called me, but they ended up filing a complaint before me because I was told not to do it yet. And by the time I got a hold of HR, they told me that I was fired already.
She contacted people from the Workers' Organizing Committee of Chicago. They've stepped in to try to help her. With their help, she filed a charge on Friday with the Equal Employment Opportunity Commission, challenging the racial harassment, the sexual harassment, the discrimination, and then the retaliatory discharge. They're now out here doing this action to try to persuade someone from this store to look at this situation in a serious way and do something right about it.
And it's like now, like I'm getting under attack. I see like stuff up on the internet about calling me out my name, and it's like, why could you harass somebody that like never been through this? Well, I've been through similar situations like this with sexual harassment, but I never spoke up about it because everybody turned their back against me. So it's like now I just feel like it's only right to just speak up.
I'm glad that Shakita is out here speaking up for all women, all workers to feel safe in the workplace, and I most certainly hope that she will encourage more people to speak up and not stand for this or have no tolerance for this type of behavior in the workplace.
Deli has put me through so much with stress. I just hope that after this they learn like not to treat employees the way they treated me.
Sexist Deli has got to go, hey, hey. Racist Deli has got